Under your bed, we hide in the dark. We are the monster, an army of one.
We're just learning tonight that authorities have identified the body found inside an abandoned school in Gary. The victim, a 17-year-old girl from Chicago. She had been strangled.
So guys, we're going to kind of start off showing a preview of the last clip where we left off in the last video in the stagecraft type prop area I described last time. This room was full of cool stuff. I could have spent a ton of time pulling everything out and showing you guys every last thing. I always got to test the pianos, but anyways, I had a real uneasy feeling here. I don't know if it was knowing that a girl was strangled in here, or all the gang graffiti everywhere, or knowing that this is a neighborhood with gang problems, or the lingering spirit of a lost soul, or the guy I heard yelling right outside a window in between the school while I was walking around and hoping he wasn't a gang member getting ready to come in and find me in their territory. I don't know. This school was built in 1909, designed by William Ittner, who is the same architect that started designing schools first in St. Louis, and we've actually explored a lot of those schools there on this channel. It was state-of-the-art when it was opened. It had a track, a swimming pool, a lot of science rooms, and even a zoo. It was on the National Register of Historic Places. It was a regular high school until 1981. Sometime thereafter it became a magnet school for performing arts. That school is still open in another location. It's moved. This building was shut down in 2008 due to dilapidation and heavy mold and just not having the money to keep the building up anymore. So now it sits in disrepair. It's been heavily vandalized. But there's still a lot of cool stuff. As far as urban explorers goes, this school building...
Eyewitness News reporter Sarah Schulte is joining us live from Northwest Indiana with the latest now on this murder investigation. Sarah.
Well, Alan, Kenita Richardson was 17 years old. A family spokesperson tells us that she came to Gary sometime over the weekend with a family member. She had not been seen for a couple days until her body was found Tuesday night in one of Gary's many abandoned buildings. Gary's Emerson School was once listed on the National Register for Historic Places.
So in any case, school's been heavily vandalized. In this neighborhood is, there's a few houses left, but you can see all the lots where houses used to be, and it's like 95% demolished or abandoned. That's a really sad story about the girl that was found here. There's a lot of cool stuff in this building. A lot of these hallways, look at that stuff hanging up there. That was kind of odd. A lot of these hallways look real cool, but if you think you're not getting to see stuff, just hold on, because there's cool stuff around every corner almost. Also, just wanted to make you guys aware, I do have t-shirts available for sale.
When you have abandoned structures, they serve as an opportunity to cover or really to conceal a crime. And the crime may not have occurred here, but to the extent that they facilitate concealing the crime, it's a problem.
It was a huge problem last year when Darren Dion Van was arrested for killing several women. All their bodies were found in abandoned buildings. Gary has 7,500 vacant residential properties and hundreds of commercial ones.
So in any case, I do make more of a straight donation, but a few bucks goes to the channel if you buy a t-shirt, and if you want to represent the channel, that's cool too.
Kevin,
The
around that
link,
victim identified as 17-year-old Kanita L. Richardson, whose last known address was here in Hyde Park. The Lake County, Indiana coroner says that she was strangled. Her death ruled a homicide. Police say that Richardson was found dead last night in an abandoned high school on the east side of Gary after police received an anonymous call about a suspicious person inside that building. We're told neighbors have complained that the school, which closed in 2008, has not been secured and has been a magnet for crime. Police were not able to identify Richardson initially, had appealed to the public for help. Other than being strangled, police said initially there was only, quote, minor trauma to the body.
so before I was so rudely interrupted, if you drop down the description box, you'll find the links to my website, t-shirts, my P.O. box address if you want to send me something, and also links to Andrew's Instagram accounts. He started building a website. I hope he gets it up sometime and starts making his own t-shirts and stuff too. So maybe you should harass him about that. I'll give you his personal phone number and home address. There's another pitchfork. Are these something for developing photographs or something for science? I'm stupid. Somebody tell me what these are. These were really cool in this room. Andrew got some awesome photographs. Just before this, I had heard a guy yelling in between these two buildings if you look out the window, walking by right below me. And I didn't know if he was on his way in, and I was getting kind of spooked in here. There's another pitchfork on the window. GD stuff and pitchforks all over the place. And I was trying to put the scare in Andrew, telling him, hey, get good shots, but let's not be here forever. Although on my way in here it looked like a science room because there was a bunch of stoppers and stuff laying all over the floor. But I bet you that's something to do with photography though, because there was a bunch of trays too. Somebody tell me. I know I'm going to look like an idiot, but I need help. I need a lot of help. By the way, I hope most of my viewers have an attention span, because I really like to show as much as I can and make you guys feel like you walked through the building and saw what there was to see too. However, sometimes I worry that people might have 5-minute attention spans, and if I don't show them a highlight reel, they can't sit and watch it. So if you've made it this far, congratulations. You're one of the people I like. You know, like I like to listen to whole musical albums, not just one song off each. If it would have been back in the day, I wouldn't have bought a bunch of 45s. I would have bought 33s and got the whole album. I'm that type of guy. I like to do more than just scratch the surface. This old school looked familiar to me. And not surprisingly, since it was designed by William Mettner. Gary School Superintendent William Wirt used the Ralph Waldo Emerson School to be the first to use his new work-study-play system of education, a whole child philosophy. This philosophy drew international attention to Emerson. The building opened in 1909, and I know I'm repeating, but it had a gymnasium, pool, and even a zoo. A zoo. That tells you how prosperous Gary was at one point. The town was founded not long before this high school opened, so I bet you this is probably one of the older high schools in Gary, if not the oldest. And it was founded by U.S. Steel, and Gary's fortunes were always tied to the steel industry. It never really branched out, and that's what led to the decline of the town, because the steel industry, while still functioning to some degree in Gary, is not. It's a shell of its former self. By the way, make sure you hit that like button, comment, subscribe, and try to share it too if you can. Share these videos. It's a busted up bathroom. I hope the toilet fetish guys aren't upset that I didn't show more toilets. Oh, that was a fast spin. I hope I didn't make you dizzy. There's the keys from a piano once again. That looks like a table that a sewing machine would be in. An electric pencil sharpener. Some school books. Look at these hallways, though. That's what Urbeck's photography dreams are made of, as far as schools go, I think. For all the boppers in the big city, it says. Wait till you see the third part of this video. It's got some really cool stuff. And I'm not just saying that because I want you to watch it. That's like a pelican or something there. This, I suppose, would have been like a choir room. Imagine all the little choir boys in their Sunday best, singing songs of praise to their alma mater. I wish I could sing, dang it. There was like a Beavis looking guy. That's Andrew there. He's trying to let me know that something might be upstairs. Maybe somebody's staying up there. So I said, fudge it, let's go up there. The third video will show you the rest of the upstairs and our descent down into the bowels of the school. And it's a gymnasium and tap dance room full of broken mirrors. There's like a coat. Look at all that on the ground. That's all graham crackers, like shredded. This wasn't the only place I saw that. And I think also up here somebody might have took a dump. You know, I found several places where humans were pooping because raccoons don't use toilet paper. Neither do possums. Here's some storage, like an attic. Man, I wish I had a DSLR too. What do you guys think? Can you imagine if I had this camera walking around and then a DSLR taking video of like macro close-up detail shots of things?
Overgrown.